With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped that 'twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. By my time in that tenement, I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Alas, they were, as I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom, though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Should you happen to enter the venue, what say you? Would you I am in your prey. Infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You... What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquench... No, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well, I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort, one that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun, a man. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you not agree? I know not who this Phasis is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather invested in him. What concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible, an object. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess, and I'm not one for pointless conjecture.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. Magistrate Waldar must be having a hard time without his spectacles. Shall we make haste for the Masquerade Hall? We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow, and mind the ceiling.
We'll manage whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
What should I get up to today? Sometimes I wonder if I'm so tired.
Today's the day I get swept off my feet.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find. We must rest, though the sun is still up. All I sought in other worlds. It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway?
Come on, have a look. I walk time when I know how to spin.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
All my days. My list of
Perhaps a breath of fresh air. I am all...
Well now, is that the Arisen I espy? Who am I? I assure you, it matters not. Yet I should be e'er so glad if you would do me the honor of accepting this staff. Why, had you not heard? Today is a day of gift-giving, my good sir. Upon this occasion every year, the noble personages who attend this masquerade exchange gifts to deepen their bonds. Thus do I present you now with this staff. Pray, take... Now, I must away. As it's so...
Fine dressing for these occasions.
Well met. Quite the take this if you would.
Surely these I must confess, I do not think I could endure this sort of occasion. Go on, take it.
You're certainly dressed to impress. This is for you.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Always the same, day after day.
Well, I say. What curious this is for you.
Like children at a fair, only we drink more wine.
Lords and ladies, I beg your attention. We have reason to believe that though I am loath to know also that I shall be stationing sentinels around the venue. Namely, an artifact known as the Paragon Star. As such, the search will be conducted, and should you have some suspicion as to the culprit in this sordid affair, you've our permission. We humbly ask. Pray wait quietly.
What's this now?
Can someone tell me what...
I'm not sure I follow.
Pray, assemble...
You're a suspicious sort.
Hmm? Townspeople depend.
How odd. How odd.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Can't wait for the new equipment to come in. Would that all my dead...
Mercy! 'Twas me. I stole the staff.
You've made your choice.
Many thanks for your cooperation, sir.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else. Always a fresh breeze. A fine place to sit in the solution eludes. When does my watch set my head?
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Does life have meaning? Or is all we do in vain?
Dull days for us are such quietude is a blessing.
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
I'm in it now.
It's getting cold. There's ought to be said.
So tranquil. I'd sooner stay out of that where it possible. Such blessing. What's going on? The expensive.
I'd not mind lingering for a spell.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Good tidings, sir.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Beg pardon, sir. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. Wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your... Well, you needn't decide. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Days like...
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well, with these, I shall have no need to fear. I shall learn aught I can. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
A result to be proud of.
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
I must confess I'd not thought Ditha, yet I'm far more intrigued by...
I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the... Not to mention, I have to find the means to... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? And you would procure it yourself, in that case. The slums are a bane to the body. We do what we can, with your aid is most appreciated.
Tell is, miasmites can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the world at night.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Am I shedding?
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course. As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, doctors. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has, by chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. So, he was put in...
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Pray, should you hear any queer rumors?
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
I spend my days in quiet...
I spend my days in...
We have found a material.
Different combinations of...
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Tell Liz, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeard for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis that you've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
Aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
Indeed, you are correct. How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
I fear I've much to attend to. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
not got food at all.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make you rich?
Something smells divine.
I've just remembered. I've some.
Let me get that.
In the end, well, I suppose 'twas no less...
Sir Arisen, I trust that you'll do what is right by Daphne, and in pray see to it that naught...
The other day, I chanced to see a most... Now, that's not so strange. But guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead...
I've had well enough of you.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers out...
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next. The place is full of I should know. I was a...
Much for me. Let's head home.
Wish for always night.
My, you are...
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Chaos in the world.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir.
I've not got food at...
What would you ask of me?
Dirt, sweat, and toil. Each day more.
I've not got food at...
What do you think? Does this suit me? Did you want something? Did you want something? Life can be tiring even if you've no troubles. I have a terrible itch. I hope 'tisn't fleas.
How'd I wind up here anyhow? Suppose that's enough for one day.
In the end, I suppose 'twas no less than my...
You want something?
What to make of this?
You wonder how long this job's supposed to last?
Anything's better than this.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Splendid.
Times
hard. I'm barely scraping by. What should I do? I wonder if today's the day I get swept off my feet. One day, I'm going to have proper raiment. One day, I'm going to... Bunch of sluggards.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Minute now.
You're the Arisen. Why have you come? Why did I take the staff? For coin? What else? I was told that if I planted that blasted staff on the Arisen, a good portion of my debts would be for... By whom? You must be mad if you think I'd tell... If 'twere to come out that I had talked, I don't care what happens to me. So ask what you will, but I shan't answer. Why have you come? Why did I take the staff? I was told that... By whom? If 'twere to come out that I don't care what happens to... So ask what you will. But I...
Can't expect to fare so well every day. Thankless job, but...
Good to see you, Master.
Wait for the new equipment.
I could do with a few more hours.
Bunch of sluggards. New blood.
appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Who are you supposed to be?
You! Why have you come? Why did I take the staff? I was told that if I planted that blasted staff on the Arisen, a good portion... By whom? If 'twere to come out that I don't care what happens to me, so ask what you will. But I shan't answer.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees now.
You! Why have you come? Why did I take this? I was told that if... By whom? If 'twere to come out that I don't care what happens, so ask what you will.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees now.
You! Why have you come? Why did I take this? I was told that if I... By whom? If 'twere to come out, I don't care what happens, so ask what you will.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Huh?
Much appreciated. I smoked up for a moment there.
You! Why have you come? Why did I take this? I was told that if... By whom? If 'twere to come out that I don't care what happens, so ask what you will. You! Why have you... Why did I take this? I was told that if I... By whom? If 'twere to come out, I don't care what... So ask what you will.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
You! Why have you come? Why did I take the stuff? I was told that if I... By whom? If 'twere to come out that I don't care what happens, so ask what you will.
For a moment there.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Might I beg but a moment?
Got something for me?
The end comes. I shall not struggle in vain. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Chaos in the world begins...
Even if you've no troubles.
They're all watching me. I swear it. You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall... Just be sure you play a fellow Drake or two, and
You fond of those eyes? What might you need?
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started in the end, I survived. And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. You'd think 'twere medicine. But they were whispering. But where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Oh, could use a rest.
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
A good sleep will ensure we are...
Stay away from me.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus, 'tis a name of great import. Of that, I am certain.
I know not what to make of this.
I spend my days in quiet reflection. What are you doing? Unhand me this in...
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Though to be frank, sir, I cannot see the matter proceeding any further. What I've heard of the Abbess's testimony is little convincing, but I fear the evidence you've procured...
What business have you here?
Ah, we meet again. Is there aught I can assist you with? What would you have me say, showing me such a letter? Oh, I see. You know of Lord Phaesus, then, very well. I shall share with you what little I know. Lord Phaesus is the director of the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. 'Tis true that I have had dealings with him in the past, but I was ne'er privy to more than that. Even in Batal, few people know of his existence. To a Vermundian such as myself, the man is an enigma. If you would know more, why not visit the lab yourself? Such an errand ought prove simple for the Arisen, no? Oh, hello. You do realize I'm to be released ere long. Surely, you didn't think a simple conversation would be enough to incriminate. I am the Abbess, beloved by all for her work providing medicine and succor to the poor. The people of this city are not like to turn their backs on me so easily. Is that you, Lord Phaesus? Oh, 'tis only you. The one who caught me in the midst of my little deal. I suppose you must be proud of yourself. Your meddling has seen me confined to this cell for the foreseeable future. How very absurd that 'tis I behind these bars and not you. I'd thought... Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phaesus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done.
You suppose wrong.
Ha! You're a...
Enough.
of course.
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing.
Lord Phaesus. 'Tis a name of great import, of that I am certain.
That's odd.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Splendid. I feel more welcome here than any place else.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
You want something?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
What's your business with Meek?
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I would fain aid.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering, and make them an ally to our cause.
What now?
Sir Arisen, I pray see to it that naught...
The other day, I chucked out. And rightly so, gave me a right shock, let me tell you.
Need someone to talk to?
A moment's prayer can do...
Materials such as this can be...
I fear I've much to attend.
Do not approach me. Do not approach me.
I have noticed that the Abbess goes out every night without fail.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
We found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
I concur.
Wickedness has no... I spend my days in quiet...
Hoi! How do you do?
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I know these two. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. At any rate, they may know aught of use.
What teachings might salve the people?
You're back! Pray, what? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. Pray, sir, do what you can.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
Right you are.
You here to aid me?
Living's hard, but dreams are free. Any loose coin about? Enough to make
Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Must you run so far? Fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Wonder what's going on in town.
Wish I could go on an
Suppose I'd best get to work.
Lots to do.
Wearing armour all day.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. So, he's hired. Is there no escape?
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but the events of the coronation are as vivid in my mind as if they occurred only yesterday. 'Tis most curious that a means of manipulating us should exist, and vexing that it should be in enemy hands.
As I recall, the abbess met with that strange man a night. The two shared a few whispered words.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Now to my legs are fair numb from walking about town.
All the best tales come from travellers in the endless
there are few places safer than Europe.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Some swords can only be honed on the battlefield.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Come to think of it.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Must hold out till someone comes to
How's the day treating you then? Time to hit the sack.
Might as well take a look while you're here.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
They're too late.
Must be ready to give the signal.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
So, welcome. If you think me a liar, then bite. Something and see. Truth for yourself. Hope to see you again.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Somehow my feet always...
Who are you then? Shove off.
Save it, cuz.
You don't look like much.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of the...
I'll have an early supper.
Might as well take
take a look while you're here, eh?
Have you not eyes to see? Have you not eyes?
Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near. Always a pleasure.
Hold out till someone comes to me.
Suppose I can always run.
The soldiers have been making a fuss over some... strange temple in the sea. Many thanks.
All my peers seem so much more interested in my wares. All places were so welcoming as this. Townspeople. I always draw the short straw.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Time to be heading home.
I've not trained for this.
Put bread on the table.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. My interest is piqued. Very well. You may enter. Now then, what business have you with me? Could it be you have come to learn of my magic, I wonder how you shall fare. Many are those who have knocked at my door only to walk away broken and defeated. Perhaps you would allow me to test your resolve? Bring me the grimoires I yet lack. I will not demand that you gather them all. A few. Have you found any grimoires? You know not where they are to be found. I shall divulge but one location. A village assailed by the dragon.
Would that all places were so welcoming as this?
least I have my life. That's something.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which, worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
My troubles clean away this place.
That's enough intellectual.
There's adventure. Need anything?
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Always another
Anyone got coin to spend?
This morning.
This ox cart's bound for I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What am I supposed to do about it? What the?
How's about I put you out of your
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Alright, look pretty predicament.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find. We must rest, though the sun is good morrow, everyone.
Off we go, then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Sir Arisen, I try pray see to it that no...
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford...
Is there aught I can help you with? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorates. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid. Not even... No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. Is there aught I can help... Oh, if he's not allowed visitors... No need to worry.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Might I beg but a moment of your time? I fear I've much to attend to. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind. The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
What are you doing?
Unhand me this.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir.
What business have... You here?
I've seen better days.
Ah, we meet again. Is there aught I can assist you with? What would you have me say? Oh, I see. Very well. It is true that even in Batal, if you would know more, why not visit... You. I wonder how you must feel. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell. However hard you press, there's naught more I can... If you seek more information, why not visit the place you're... Is that you, Lord? Oh. 'Tis only you. I suppose you must be proud of yourself. How very absurd that 'tis I behind these bars and... However hard you press, if you seek more information, why not... Is that you? Oh. I suppose you must be... How very absurd.
Overdone near enough of wastrels.
I expect Magistrate Waldhar would be well versed in the subject of grimoires.
Sir Arisen, I pray see to it that naught...
Oh, heavens above! What are we to do? 'Twas you, wasn't it? You took the Abbess from us. The acts she committed were unforgivable. This I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest? Without the Abbess, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of... I will do what I can. But I fear I cannot attend to everyone. I must confess, I will do what I can. Might I beg...
I'll harvest what I can.
Might I beg but a moment of...
Got something for me?
Over here, if you would.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
I can't remember the last time we getting back to Mind moving along?
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Pity me, do you?
Stay away from me.
I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
Would that I now had course of your state. Oh, wait, you're good.
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Vermund and Batal are by no means allied nations, at least not officially. Naught seems amiss at present.
Gather round! Treat!
That looks promising. Any idea?
I hope the day's treating you well.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique.
I don't tell
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale fight. I'm in fine fettle today. Go on, have a look.
I don't know the town.
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Perhaps we ought to go there first.
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw?
What to make of this?
Haste makes waste, as they say. Even I know when to shut the trap.
Stay out of everybody's way.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle.
I feel a sight better once I'm hungry. Not game enough to hang about here. Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
I'll get that for you.
I'm sure I can handle this. Right. Mercy!
not accept this.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration.
Got to focus.
I quite like it here. I ought to have known this would be my lot.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Mercy! Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I've trained for this.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I'd rather just stay out of everybody's way. I've been on my feet all day.
What's going on?
Just another day, same as the one afore it. Mayhap I've no talent for trade.
I better get to work.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Bunch of sluggards. I need new blood.
Won't someone do aught about this?
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Off wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud scion of House Berkeley to move crates, to scribble in ledgers.
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labour? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, you may visit us again in a few days' time. Are you of worthy station to be...
Would that all of interest would happen?
Aye? What do you want?
have you some business?
Naughty import ever happens here, anyhow.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I've a pressing duty.
You'd best watch yourself.
Wait till your equipment's coming.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Say, you wouldn't have...
Let them talk. I'm too old to care. Won't someone do aught about this?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Shall we get some rest then? Though our foes were...
I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Off we go, then.
A new day, a new perspective.
A world without drink could be a much bleaker place.
I've seen better days.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent, and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is, her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether it will be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
I shall have Albert himself verify your accusation. You may visit us again in a few days.
Best make haste, else I'll be at this all night.
All I need is my health, I suppose.
Sometimes this is the only place I can...
I've more time than I know how to
About this?
Time was, you scarce saw any be. You'd think that'd be on a... At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a... If we keep mixing, some...
Won't someone do aught about this? I've been
Excuse me, you'll not be right at home.
Lots to do.
Must be my winter coat growing in.
Got any tales to look?
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
I'm stuck to the bus of the How will we fight with such worn-out gear? I'm not trained for this. I'll feel a sight better once I'm living hard.
Work as mates as I used to anymore. I've been used to it long.
Wish I'd share on an adventure.
Good day, sir. What might you be?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
You need a permit to enter. Mind, rumour has it that that's led to some people acquiring... Come to think of it, I've nary a clue as to where...
Good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily ever since. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to...
A shocking know you of any places?
Won't someone do aught about this?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
There's been talk of a mysterious structure. rising from the... See, I'm not sure what you know where to find me.
Welcome.
No wisdom to
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer...
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, hope to see you again.
Nothing. Caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Browsing was it? Enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
I know.
Might I ask where you are? Oh.
Do stop. I've wares of every ilk.
When viewed from such a height, one realizes just how mountainous...
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use... Curative.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Battle is best avoided here.
How dare you!
We've earned ourselves a
We should be able to move this boat without divine might.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
spell will empower you with elemental magic.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Look about, Master. We've got company.
hope of victory, you must destroy every tool of sacrifice
Strike hard enough. Might not have to do this twice.
Tis well in hand. Materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? A Minotaur hunts us. Ice attacks work wonders against aerial. A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. Seems we have a range of our own.
Correct, little opponent. Makes for easy prey.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
There are worse places to make a camp.
The sun has yet to set. We could rest here now or press on a while longer.
Feast your alone. Together, I can manage it.
I'm happy to oblige. Stay right there. With this, my magic is yours to wield.
You're here. You must come see. Look there. New buds. The arbor heart is recovered. And as she and I are as one, you saved her. I will never forget this debt of gratitude as long as I live. The arbor heart seems gladdened to have new life in her boughs. Fortunate I am that we crossed paths. Perhaps we can journey outside the arbor together again. All is well. Thank
Isolad Fanun, Nanda Wins Karen.
Heru Arlinda. Monelinta?
Ananduin.
Heror Anne Oya Fermor.
Kemen Ross.
Salma Arinta.
Have you any new tidings to share? I have a request. Will you hear it? I thank you.
Isolad Fanun, Nanda Wins Karen.
Damun, nun liatilmo. Jarmen ran soron.
Well, it takes two to make a sale.
Akaya arume fa in iteron.
And Etele Eldalia Vinantai.
Let me get that.
And the wind fair nor Indira and you.
Kemen Ross.
Busefa elelo osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Sinde fir areng.
Ilmen.
Findamun.
Jarmen ran soron.
And the wind fair nor Indira and Newman.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
I'm in no hurry to leave.
I'm in fine health today.
Same as the one afore.
I am very glad. This is for you. As thanks.
A good sleep will ensure we... I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
How might I be of service?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One. Hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a downpour.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment. A I suppose we might as well gather what we can. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
How dare you!
I shan't suffer such an offense. We are our master's myrmidons, and no others.
No quarrel here.
What is that, tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
Look at you. You've become quite the seasoned adventurer. Go where'er your quest calls you.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
To browse my wares. Can I interest you in a room, sir? Do stop by again.
I regret to say I've little knowledge of Batard. Thank you kindly. You're welcome to stay a while. I thank you. I regret to say I've little knowledge. There's more where that came from. You're welcome to stay a while. How wonderful.
Let me be the one to collect it.
You're welcome to stay a while. 'Tis a joy. How wonderful.
Buy a little something, won't you? Hope to see you again.
Well met, sir.
My bed goods.
Sharp rest make myself scarce.
Wonder if there are any rumors to be had.
Well met. This looks as good a place as any to search. Sprinkle of misses.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal.
Hoy! No need to overthink it. You can change it on a... Many thanks.
Look, as long as you can.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you dare try to take anything without always a ple...
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
An investment.
My services don't... Come cheap, ma. Come again when you've more...
Interested in my wares? Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you...
Many thanks.
Well met, sir. How might I... Given the state of things, I may have to close the... in here long. I fear for the future of this nation, sir. Always a pleasure. Given the state of things, I may have to close the inn ere long. I fear for the future of this nation, sir. Do come again. Well met, sir.
Looking for aught in particular?
I swear I've never slept better.
Got to focus. My head part, please.
Still a while to go before we shift home. Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Lost track of time.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Let us dispense with pleasantries and cut to the heart of the matter. Some days ago, a fiend attacked Empress Nadinia during Her Majesty was unharmed. But the would-be assassin fled. He may seek to strike again. And so I turn to you, Sir Arisen. My deepest Her Majesty will next begin her supplications. Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen. I trust...
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Before you stands the Lord Phasis has declared that, and upon these grounds, his word is second in weight.
I'm near enough, wastrels. Got some business with me, dude.
You mustn't cause a scene.
Mind yourself.
Looks as good a place as any.
Slim pickings of late. Even my touch.
Oh, Pete, the God's Way. This word is unfamiliar to us. Of what do you speak? The God's Way.
I must not be spoken.
Halt! Entry beyond this point is only permitted to researchers in the lab. It is clear at a glance that you are not. I've got my eye on you. Do not. Halt! It is clear at a glance. I've got my eye on you. Do not dare to think that you could slink your way in.
Before you stands Lord Phasis has declared, and upon these grounds, his...
I've got to focus.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've updated this.
Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
Our collection grows.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Seen better days. We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
We've no means of passing through here at present. Shall we seek an alternate route?
Plainly speaking, 'tis a bother.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Mayhap I'll come here.
It does a number on my shoulders.
I don't know what to do.
Must hold out.